ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X. Jesus, why does my audio do that? It's low at first, and then it ramps itself up hard. Well, struggles of somebody who's not using a PC to do all of this. But as I was saying, welcome back, and when we last left off, we had managed to solve our friend Garrus's problem finally. Former one Sidonis, another Turian, former member of his squad. I believe it was of 12 altogether, including him and Garrus. The other 10 were murdered. Betrayal by him. Apparently they had his family. Don't know if they still do, but there that is. So here we are now, simply moving forward with that particular debacle having been dealt with. So if y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube, follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Check in with everybody. See what's up first.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not a good time. Trying to map contamination vectors requires focus. Shipwide infection of human-tailored virus possible if I slip. Anything else?
No, don't slip.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Alright. Jacob is handled, so is it. Sorry about the lack of content this week, folks. It's been a pretty interesting one, to say the least. Just put it that way. Figure thing and tomorrow will definitely have things to say. Stuff to ruminate about.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained.
Yep.
I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
Whoa.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience.
Choice I'd have
I
made,
kept my
but
work
still.
clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot terminals on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
Not gonna lie, that's my kind of woman. Say, I don't know who you are, but you gonna have to go through me for this. Not gonna lie, man, you were kind of dumb. I'm an assassin. But, you know, it'll never come back to me. Yeah, I took precautions, but, you know, never. I don't know, I just can't fathom that. If you're Superman, expect somebody to eventually try and use Lois Lane against you. It may take time, but don't assume somebody ain't willing to put that time in.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I don't know about that. Begged her pardon by falling on my knees before her, but different species. Definitely would have had to meet her though. I can't blame that one at all.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
Not to mention not only protecting somebody they've never met, but against somebody that for all they know could very easily be completely justified. She had no way of knowing.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
I don't know. I couldn't think like that. Especially not as an assassin. People would definitely try and throw me off my game. My job is to effectively wipe out potential individuals who could take businesses, thrones, power, status, empires, and you're a high-profile assassin. I'm assuming you're probably the most dangerous among your species, at least currently. So, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Somebody would eventually come for you. Sorry about that, just bumped the mic. Azrael, welcome to the game, welcome to the chat, thanks for stopping through. Say your cousin has cancer, but they were able to remove it, huh? Or at least able to work toward it. That's good. I can understand the need to sometimes just tell good news to whoever you can get to. It's not weird at all. It's very normal, very human thing.
Who came for her?
Batarians. A slave ring was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the shadow broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me. So they went after her.
See, and then it's like maybe they're afraid of me, so maybe they wouldn't be so stupid, but I mean, you said it yourself, she was effectively a large form of inspiration for you. If they can demoralize you, it makes you a lot easier to kill, doesn't it? You were careless, but I'm not gonna go there. In Mass Effect, a lot of these lines are more black and white than they should be. You don't need to be close to family to be glad that they're happy and to actually literally let sweat drop from your face because you don't have to think about it anymore. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't need to be close to care.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
See, and that's why I always knew I could easily be an assassin. My thought process is the same. Quick, clean as much as possible. Little suffering on both sides as possible. Just get her done. And I knew that's what he meant when he said she woke me up. That means she effectively made it to where you couldn't just do what you do and not take responsibility as your flesh and your spirit. But once she was gone, oh yeah. This ain't my fault. This is your fault. You shouldn't have upset my soul like this.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Yeah, I can understand them not wanting to expose your cousin to potential infections and whatnot. It's pretty wild how much of a sterile environment you actually need to maintain health in this world. You don't need as much as we think, but you need a lot more than we actually do give a lot of the times.
Thane, the worst thing is to face death with regrets. You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it helps, being an assassin and whatnot. Having friends is literally like waving the red flag. Attention, attention, over here. Get it. But we don't need you to be an assassin all the time. Just most of the time.
Shepard,
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
Understandable. Justicars are pretty hardline, considering how you were. It's understandable that the Ardad Yakshi was an extremely dangerous individual, but I suspect that's how most Justicars are, period.
There were only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
I don't know if I should say this. I mean, it does sound terrible, but I want it to sound more like sounds like there's a lot that you have to carry. Like that's insane. Instead of like, why would somebody even choose such a job?
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
Damn it.
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
Manhwa, huh? I've heard of those. Hadn't got into them. That's cool. He actually seems to take care of his people. That's what a leader is supposed to do. I mean, the people are obviously supposed to help out, but the leader is supposed to. You don't lead for yourself. You lead for other people. You're not a king because you are the king. You're the king because everyone else needs you to be the king.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like one hell of a rap. Give it a mic and you'll be there all night.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
As true as this is, two things can be possible at the same time, dear. That right there was Sutra 834 for anybody who's counting.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
Yep. Again, understandable why nobody really wants the job.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
With a bit of samurai and a bit of inquisition. Hey, you! What are you doing over there? Is that crime? Ah, so you wish to not see your 600th birthday. I'll be right back. I need to deal with these ones over here. You! Stop that jaywalking. Don't make me come over there.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
So most rulers in manhwas aren't actually usually pretty benevolent, huh? So they're usually like the main enemy, if not one of the main enemies, kind of thing. I mean, whether she has remorse or not doesn't stop the fact that she has a job to do. Doesn't stop the fact that they have a job to do. Doesn't stop the fact that we have a job to do. But I'll go ahead and mention it.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
Okay. Good. They actually stated that properly, and then she answered it properly. What an insult for either side. It was just like, that wording is so detached. It's like, yeah. But it's not meant to be detached. It's just meant to spit it out. If it was a computer, it's meant to literally just give the direct information.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
I can respect that.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
Bet you know yourself and your desires. Game.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
See, I'll give it to you in terms of that. You wouldn't think that would be the case. She actually made it a point to get a serious kind of lay of the land and make sure if she was stepping on toes, it's like, look here. We have rules, y'all have rules, but these ones kind of align, so move aside. Yes, I do kill cops. And then you hear a random Asari pop up out of nowhere. Yes, she does.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I should go.
Definitely take that as a compliment.
I'm glad we spoke.
Kills me every time. He gets up and you can tell she has to lean back a bit because sitting on this floor like this level of ass juice is just builds, and she just inhales all of it as you rise. It's like, wait a minute. I did not know y'all walked around like that. Garrus, I doubt you have anything new to say. But let's go there, guy.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah. All right. It's finally time to get back to shooting people. Aggressive negotiations. Stop over at the broker base real quick and collect my freebies. What was that? Some sort of interference. The repairs are complete, are they? Good. Definitely made it a point to repair that, huh? Wonder if she makes it a point to use the same system that he did to protect himself. Has its uses, but it would be extremely risky. SMG upgrade. And palladium.
Shepard, I'm glad you came.
Yeah. Now, I don't remember if that applies automatically or if I need to research it. Yeah. Okay. Garrus's other armor and the DLC armor that he got from the Cerberus network. Not bad. Which I'm fine with that. Let him actually have proper armor instead of that rocket fractured armor he's been running around with this whole time.
Development for human expansion as the colony on Horizon has been attacked. The council has suggested that the attacks are a tragic coincidence. Likely the
If I can make my ideal game, what would it be?
pirate attacks. Investors in prefabricated complexes are rejoicing, however, as the repair and rebuilding plans have spiked shares industry-wide.
I'll have to think about it. I mean, I know for a fact it would be an RPG.
No, you don't
But what kind is another
I lost it
conversation.
somewhere near the- How
can you short sell on prefabs after these
Always
human
got into
colonies
science
are-
fiction more than standard fiction, so there's that. But I also once got into a thought of taking an older game and then remastering it or remaking it, and like completely. How can I put it? Like, so you'd have like a transition, right? You go from, let's say where I'm at right now, it would be completely 2D side scrollish. You go through the door,
The council thought the blast out, first NR spec.
you'd hear all of whatever sound effects were with that hallway. You move through, and once you got through the door,
It wonders whether the criminal scum considers itself.
there wouldn't be like a visual, like there wouldn't be a loading screen or anything like that. You see a sort of, I guess, barrier. It would be more of a portal, I guess you could say. You step through and you come out into a world that's completely 3D, detailed like this,
I didn't mean...
put together.
Okay, look, I'll take another look at the contract. Maybe it needs to be reclassified.
Of course, that would obviously just be the
Forget it,
start
do
in
it
terms of
anyway.
a remade slash
She's the last
remastered
of the
game.
dying breed. Won't be many pure-blood Asari left in a few generations.
I feel
Oop,
kind
already
of
got all
sad for
those.
her.
Don't. I heard she married an Asari herself, had pure-blood
That's not
kids.
actually where I meant to go.
Trust
Well,
me,
no,
the
let's
goods
see what
coming in
these
from the
shops
Terminus
have.
systems are great for business. I don't know. Some of them seem dangerous.
But yeah, it would be an
We're looking for
RPG.
weapons. Shouldn't we be
Always
taking
love the
this
way Dragon's
seriously?
Dogma designed,
What about
like
a fish?
for instance, their
She
height
loves
and
the garden.
size and whatnot,
Get out
and
of
how
all.
it
The cliffs might be
matters
fun
to
for you,
weight,
for me, it's
carrying
like
capacity,
breeding
speed,
expense.
health,
For
stamina,
example, you know that
all
new
of that.
drug,
Even
the
it
one that
probably
causes
even affects
permanent neural
defenses.
scarring?
That's horrible.
There's a 12-page contract.
But obviously, it would have to be something along those lines. Like I don't know. Would it be? Because like I said, I wanted it to be science fiction, but I couldn't say if I would want it to be very far flung into the future or like just like a little bit ahead, like how Mass Effect is, or a progressive sort of thing. Like you play through the game and like, let's say you play through the game, where the games plural, and 2, 3, 8,000 years pass. But I would love to actually create a universe that is persistent, and I mean literally persistent. I want people to be arguing about my game 200-300 years from now. No. It all started here. That's why we now have the 45th compendium. People still do this and that, and there's no way you can even get back to that Forge world. It's literally been 150 years since we had access to that code. Obviously not being locked off to such a degree, but yeah. You know, like how Star Citizen looks like it's trying to do. At some point or another, they're going to release that game. It's probably going to be phenomenal. I'll probably have grandkids at that point.
Ms. Lawson, I'm glad you've made it. We've had a complication.
What happened? Is Ariana all right?
She's fine, but you listed a man named Niket as your trusted source. He contacted me, warning that your father has sent Eclipse mercenaries to make a sweep. He suggested that the Mercs might be watching for you personally. He's offered to escort Oriana's family to the terminal instead.
You didn't mention anything about Niket.
He's a friend. He and I go back a long way.
Do you want to bring in any of your other Ilium contacts, Ms. Lawson?
No. You and Niket are the only two I trust on this.
What information do you have about the mercenaries?
I've confirmed that they're Eclipse, and that they're working for an organization Ms. Lawson warned us about. I could try to alert the authorities, but so far they've done nothing illegal.
You made the right decision. We'll handle this ourselves.
Now there could also be like an aging system for the game. That don't know if you've heard of Sifu, but it's a sort of fighting kind of game from a slow clap. Real good game. I recommend y'all play that. Absolver as well, but they have it to where as you get older, eventually you hit points. It's like every 10 years where You lose health because you're getting older, so you're less durable, but you hit harder. But you also lose access to like certain techniques and certain upgrades. That's something I would implement. And then there's a whole legacy and family concept. Let me create a character from a class, like how Mass Effect did it. The first Mass Effect, you played like a soldier, and you got like 250 kills as a soldier with an assault rifle. So now any character you create afterwards, you can choose the upgrade for assault rifles, even if that class can't use assault rifles. That's why my adept was able to use decryption in the last game, despite the fact of being an adept. So abilities you unlock per family / class, kind of like how MMOs do their whole legacy system. Aging, death, I'd have to do more thinking, but yeah.
It's your sister, Miranda. What do you want to do?
So about
Mantea,
that.
we'll follow Nickette's suggestion. Shepard and I will take the car and draw their attention. Have Nickette escort the family to the shuttle. Give him full access to the family's itinerary, just to be safe.
Understood, Ms. Lawson.
So the plan is for us to get shot down by Eclipse while your sister gets to safety?
Eclipse will be under orders to take my sister alive. They won't risk anything that could kill us.
Oh, okay. So you're outright just trying to create something that's just your perfect game, period. Well, sure, I could go that route. I just more or less wanted to give people something to chew on at first. That's why I said I wanted it to be something that like existed with like years down the line, centuries down the line. But yeah, I could very easily see that one too. Progression system, sleeping, eating, definitely. Pretty much do anything you want. Gotta be careful though, you might get stuck in the Matrix.
I doubt Eclipse will send all their people just to stop you. Do you want to give Nickette any backup?
Nickette can take care of himself. Besides, any armed backup just draws attention to him.
I'm ready whenever you are, Miranda.
Thank you, Shepard. I appreciate this. I hadn't planned on Eclipse, but they never planned on you.
It's a good thought to go with it. Enemies that get stronger, Nemesis system style. They really need to release that patent, or they need to do more with that patent, because I'm getting good and tired of not seeing the Nemesis system anymore. It was upsetting. Did a stream the playthrough of both games, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, and I had created an orc. Oh, he was a demon. He was a defender, one of those shield and spear types. People would have hated him. I'm sure they did for a time. I had a strong fascination with my hatred for that creation. And he was made so well.
Eclipse mercenary gunships. They'll be dropping troops in the cargo areas.
I remember putting hours into creating him. He was such an asshole.
Put us down in that cover behind them.
Let's
It's
hope
always
they really
good to
do
have a
want take us
reputation
alive.
system.
Hold fire! I said hold fire, damn it!
With reputations comes access to better gear. Or more enemies, depending on what you're dealing with.
Since you're not firing yet, I trust you know who I am.
Yeah, they said you'd be in the car. You're the bitch that kidnapped our boss's little girl.
Kidnapped? This doesn't involve you. I suggest you take your men and go.
Think you've got it all lined up, huh? Captain Inyala's already moving in on the kid. She knows about Nickette. He won't be helping you.
Interesting.
What do you mean Niket won't be helping us?
Nothing you need to worry about. Nobody's gonna get killed unless you do something stupid. You walk away now, the girl goes back to her father, and everybody's happy.
Everybody but my sister. And me.
Should we be talking to Captain Inyala about this?
You don't want to talk to the captain. She's not as polite as I am. She's the best commando I've ever seen. I've seen her tear people in half with her biotics. And she's getting paid a lot to stop you.
She gets in my way, she'll never have a chance to spend it.
Faction system, and then combination of those factions. Yeah, that was always a pretty useful little idea. You're starting to see it more in a lot of games, a lot of MMOs now, the combining of factions and clans. You're even starting to see now more games have it to where you have territories which have stats that you affect based on your clan and who's holding it and what they're doing. I actually like that kind of system.
Wait, Miranda, you said she was your twin sister.
That what she told you? No, this crazy bitch kidnapped our boss's baby daughter. He's been looking for her for more than a decade.
It's complicated, Shepard. We share the same DNA, just not the same birthday.
You took a baby from the richest guy in the galaxy, lady. I don't know what your damage is, but you're not getting away with it.
I will say this. You're not really helping your argument right now, Miranda.
This is more complex than I thought. Maybe if we talk about this.
We're wasting time. They're just trying to delay us.
They're obviously delaying this. That's not the point.
Captain Inyala ordered us to give you one chance to walk away. This whole time we've been talking, my men have been lining up shots. When I say the word, we unleash hell on your squad.
Well,
so I suggest you walk away nicely, unless you want things.
and there that
See you,
goes.
Shepard.
They always see me, Randy.
Easy enough.
Take your heat off.
I'm wondering what I was getting hit by.
Got a line.
Boy, y'all should have saw how they used to freak out back in the day. Those screams would just go and go and go. Nice catch. I figured I shouldn't have did that, but yeah, no, why not?
Enemies in front. Here we go. Gotcha.
Oh, God. Really, woman? That's what you're doing? Now I know why you died.
Understood.
Up here using a pistol.
Not a problem.
need support!
This should take the heat off.
All right. Only way you can die is actually to finish a mission. I mean, well, stop the game is to finish a mission or die, huh? And I mean, that could be a little much depending on how long the missions
Come
are.
on, we need to get to
You might want to set checkpoints up or something like that. But based on the things you did in game, oh yeah, I always like when games do that. It's like the Nemesis system on full effect.
This should take the heat off.
Oh, okay. Not a mission
Hang on, I've
as
got one of their
in
radios. I'll patch us in, see if I can
objective.
get an idea of what we're up against. Shepard,
Mission as
I think
in
I owe you an explanation.
victory
Ariana
goal.
is my twin, genetically. But my father grew her when I was a teenager. She was meant to replace me. I couldn't let my father do to her what he did to me. So I rescued her. She's almost a woman now.
Like games like Civilization or Stellaris, you have a victory goal. Most powerful, most with the greatest economic power, most powerful army. Oh yeah. Overall systems under your control, so on and so forth. I've never seen Shepard's mouth do that in a cutscene. That was out of nowhere. Wonder if some of that indoctrination spreads beyond the game. Look at that. So he wanted to do the same thing to her that he did to you. Is that necessarily a bad thing? I mean, I've never gotten into the whole genetic engineering and manipulation of genes anyway, but do you take issue with what he's done to you?
Why didn't you tell me that we were saving a kid?
She's not a child. She'll be 19 this year. But, well, it didn't seem relevant at the time, I suppose. There are people who'd use her against me. I'm very protective when it comes to Oriana. I'm sorry I didn't trust you sooner. You deserved to know.
I don't know why it wouldn't matter. It always matters. Well, only people who say age ain't nothing but a number are the people you need to watch out for the most.
I can understand choosing to go your own way, but you stole a young child from her father.
If you knew my father, you would understand. I wasn't the first one he made. I was only the first one he kept. I was brought up with no friends, pushed to meet impossible demands. I wasn't a daughter to him. I don't know what I was. Ariana has had a normal life. I made the right decision.
So, to be clear, are we talking like abuse, or are we talking just like you want so much? It's doable, but you want so much. Why must I be the best? Why must I be the top? Why must I earn the most? Why must I have the greatest grades? What is the issue here? From her perspective. Because I'm not gonna lie, just so far it sounds like an extreme helicopter parent. Okay.
Sounds like your friend Niket might be in some trouble.
If they've got to Niket somehow, this is going to be harder than I'd planned. According to the specs I reviewed, we'll need to cut through the cargo processing yard to get to Oriana.
Alright.
Can you tell me anything about the cargo processing yard?
We'll be moving through conveyor systems. There'll be a lot of movement. Finding targets won't be easy. We'll need to stay sharp. And these cargo transports carry hazardous materials. So watch what you shoot at.
So you mean shoot at a lot of stuff? Okay. Oh yeah. In terms of it being an overall goal, it would have to be hard to reach. Like Stellaris, right? The game starts in the year 2200. You won't be reaching any one of those goals in a century. It's not possible. Few centuries though, yeah. But you can do any goal. You just are closer to finishing certain ones than others, or you want to finish certain ones than others. Now, I thought about streaming Stellaris, but I don't know if that's a game that you folks get into. That is very niche. It's basically a space RTS. It's basically like Civilization or like Age of Empires, but in space. What was that? Europa Universalis and a few others that are actually made by the same company. Yeah, I don't know if y'all get into those or not.
I hope your friend can be trusted.
Absolutely. Niket is one of my oldest friends. I guess you could say he was my only real friend. He's the only person I didn't cut ties with when I left my father.
I can respect that.
Is there a chance your father could be using Niket to get to you?
I'm sure he's tried, but Niket's one of the few people who understands what my father is really like. I trusted him with my life when I ran from my father, Shepard. He won't betray me now.
More and more, you're starting to make me wonder about you taking your sister.
Let's go find Niket and Orion.
Right.
You may have been justified, but again, so far, it's really just looking like an extreme helicopter parent. I don't know why he'd want test tube kids as like the goal, right? If you have a chance with another person, why wouldn't you? If you don't, then that's another conversation. But like, the way she makes it sound, it's like that was his mission statement. From a person that would be too impure, too impractical, too inefficient, too primitive.
Conveyor line, time your shots.
Money. Concern myself about my shots in a minute. If they interrupt me, you two won't be happy. I'll reset the whole situation. Get out of there.
We've been spotted.
Well, I was kind of wondering if we would be. There we go.
Watch for the drone! That one hit!
Blowing up a barrier.
We've got casualties! Easy enough? Get back!
Come on over.
Knew it was going to interrupt me. Classic. Should have came off of that and just hid. Randy, stop doing that.
Change weapon.
Right.
Your pistol is not your main weapon. Stop it.
Switch up.
They're on the far side of the conveyor line. Time your shots.
if they don't wanna? You ever think about that? Let's try a little fire.
Not a problem.
Decided to take that round for your friend, and both of you died in the end. I can respect your commitment.
Sure thing.
You're pretty healthy and you have barriers, my friend, but you are not broken. Don't be goofy.
This is Inyala. Keep the bitch back. The cat is nearing the transport terminal.
Okay, that must have been remnants from Jacob's incendiary. Now, whether he's the one who fired, that's another conversation.
This is valuable.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The Shadow Broker DLC can actually get you to find weapon upgrades beyond the amount that you should be able to find. Alright, Ezreal. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping through again.
That should take the heat off.
Make activity.
Impact event. Rerouting power.
Oh, I'm like, what? I just hear out the right side of my ear, impact event. I'm like, what?
Going up a barrel. Rock.
You bet.
Collision proximity warning.
I don't care how many mechs you lose. Just stall them, damn it.
That
You
should
got
take
it.
the heat off.
I actually wanted to shoot that. At no time do you call a man a bitch and expect him to respect you.
Come on over.
Oh, tactician. Hit 20 different targets with multiple biotic powers. You combine the effects. First time they need to be reading.
Moving to target. Gravity's what you need, mother, huh?
Overload deployed.
Right.
Enemy down.
All right, Miri. That's what happens. That's what happened.
This should take the heat off.
He may not be Krogan, but he still does the job like that. You know he did.
On it. On it. Eyes ahead.
Do you see what he sees? No, but I feel it. Got hit so hard and got the roasting so bad he got the dancing backward. Trying to see if he can hit that Michael Jackson one more time on his way out. I love throw field. It hit and the energy bounced off the area behind it. Lovely. Yeah, memory serves. I don't know. 3Gs. I think I'm thinking of an earlier mission. Yes, I am. The Son of Dantius. That problem's long been since handled. Ooh, the moly donut shop. Thanks, Jake. Don't know what I do with you without you blocking me, there, guy.
Got it. Got it.
Get him that charbroiled shuffle going. Sorry about that. Give me a bit, folks. Try and see if I can see what's causing the audio issues. I was worried about that. Hadn't heard anything about it in a bit though, so. Come on. Sounds like it might have been handled. All right. I was hoping it doesn't happen again anytime soon. So, you know, never again.
Got it.
Everyone except my guard from the cat. I'll handle him and the kid personally.
Damn it, I'm not letting her get Oriana.
Enemies!
Yeah, she seems to want to handle this personally.
Gotta hurt.
No, I think that one hurt.
Got it. Move.
Understood.
I'm not gonna lie, but playing this has got me wanting to get back to Mass Effect 3 again.
Affirmative.
Not to say I'm not having fun, I am. I'm just ready to get back to Mass Effect 3 again. You got no juice.
Enemy drone!
We've been spotted.
I figured. But was hoping I'd be able to get it out. One should have known better.
I'm here.
Right behind you.
Change weapon.
Rearming.
On it. Switch up. Right. Take it. In cover.
We've been
Gotcha.
Had to waste whatever you did whenever you did, Miranda.
That should take a hit.
Perfect. Well, they probably landed in some protein vat or something.
Right behind you.
I'm here. Charge him up.
Pull don't do much to shields, but it does do a little bit.
Melt that one.
But I also haven't upgraded it. Not like upgrading would matter though.
Enemy drone. Enemy drone. Got it.
Hee hee hee.
Watch out.
Get it done, Mr. Taylor.
Barriers up.
We can cut down through the cargo line.
Which is precisely what we're doing.
Staying close.
They've seen us.
Understood. Understood.
Okay. Sorry about that. Oh well, actually, is it? It might be this mission that I'm thinking of in terms of the amount of resources, but I could swear it was the mission to pick up Thane. Maybe not. Oh.
Right with you.
With you.
operatives have attempted to delay you by disabling the elevators. I've...
You know, it's funny. I don't know if I ever explained where it is I learned that you can effectively do serious damage to shields when it comes to a biotic ability. But it was this game that taught me. The basic enemies wasn't what showed me. You would think they would be what showed you, but basic enemies have always been able to do a severe amount of damage to you in games. Now, what taught me was the collectors. Harbinger taking over that one collector and using their other abilities, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm getting thrown off by singularities, and push actually does things. Let me try something real quick, and lo and behold, oh yeah. Not everybody ought to get that. But not everyone needs to, right? It did its job. Ouch.
The cat has reached the terminal. He'll switch the family over to our transport.
Nicat. But that can't be right.
Where was that at? There was a... Oh, that too. I think it's back here.
Heading to cover.
Moving to cover.
No need company. Just stay there. You might as well come on there, because you ain't gonna stay where I need you to. Actually, I think it's back here. It's not overly important, but it does matter. Oh, nope, I guess not. Because I know it's not over there. There was a medkit station. Not overly important, but remember medkits and yeah, medkits are persistent between missions, so. And I think I'm able to hold at least 2 more.
This might be useful.
I knew I wasn't tripping. Look at that. And there's another upgrade to where I can hold at least 1 more. So that's at least 3 upgrades. I mean 3 metagel. So no, it may have been that one that I was mixing it up with, even though for some reason my brain shows me a full-on station. Not just a scannable, because the scannable I think is always there.
We can cut down through the cargo line.
We remember. Take that though. Yes, indeedy. So Nitcat will transfer the family, huh? Concerning. No, I wasn't being predictive and thinking about the station up here. No, I wouldn't. I had to been thinking about an extra one as well.
Maybe the captain knows we're listening in and she's feeding misinformation about Niket making a switch.
Possible.
Or maybe it means something else. Niket wouldn't do that. Damn it, why won't the thing go any faster?
What makes you so sure that Niket wouldn't turn on you?
He could have turned on me when I ran away. I'm sure my father tried to buy him off. If he didn't do it then, why would he do it now?
Did Niket know that you took Oriana from your father?
No, he just found out about that recently. It was too personal to involve someone else. I never really thought about it, but maybe... No, he'd have to understand why I did it. He knows what I went through.
It's possible. But him knowing what you went through, you don't know his potential motivations, if such a thing is the case. And then you said this happened recently when you actually told him, and then, well, this happened. So, it's not saying correlation is causation, but to ignore them.
You know him, Miranda. If you don't think he'd betray you, then I'm sure there's another explanation.
I don't know, damn it. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. And then I'll have a word with this captain and Yala.
Listen to me. I've got authorization to change their booking.
I'm sorry, sir. We're under security lockdown. Until the situation in the cargo terminal is resolved, no passengers can be rebooked.
This isn't worth my time, Niket. I get paid regardless of how the girl gets there.
No. I was told that I could handle this my way. We're not traumatizing the family any more than we... Miri.
This should be fun.
She has a claymore.
Niket, you sold me out.
Oh, I feel bad for whoever she was. Ma'am, I'm just here to let you know we can't rebook because things going on downstairs. Well, that was your mistake for letting me know that you can't do things while still being here when they get here. Oh, you tried to run. Oh, dear. Oh. You're a part of this now. Trust me. Let my shells show you the research we have done to prove it. Be wild if she survived all that. And yeah, she has a claymore, just like Grunt's shotgun, which means she has the arm capable of using it.
How do you want to handle this, Miranda?
Why, Niket? You were my friend. You helped me get away from my father.
Yes, because you wanted to leave. That was your choice. But if I'd known that you'd stolen a baby...
I didn't steal her. I rescued her.
From a life of wealth and happiness, you weren't saving her. You were getting back at your father.
How did Miranda's father turn you?
They told me you'd kidnapped your baby sister all those years ago. They said I could help get her back peacefully. No trauma to the family. I told them you'd never do that. They could go to hell. Then you finally told me what you'd done. I called them back that night.
Why didn't you call me, Niket? We've been through a lot. You could have at least let me explain.
I deserve to know that you'd stolen your sister, Miri. I deserve to know you were with Cerberus. But I had to hear it from your father first.
These are true aspects. As much as he should have caused you, you should have told him. You effectively made him culpable.
How much did Miranda's father pay you?
A great deal.
Damn it, Niket! You were the only one I trusted from that life.
He knew you felt that way. That's why he bought me.
So you just took his money?
Don't get holy with me, Miri. You took his money for years.
I mean, that is, honestly, poor argument from both sides.
I knew Eclipse was willing to get their hands dirty, but kidnapping a kid?
I'm not stealing her. I'm rescuing her. Come on, Niket. Let's finish this bitch off and get out of here.
Take your best shot.
I was just waiting for you to finish getting dressed. Or does Cerberus really let you whore around in that outfit?
Shots fired! Shots fired! It's cold. I ain't trying to come off cold, but you got an Asari commando telling you that. It ain't your fault you look like that, but it is your fault you chose that outfit. Trust and believe, ain't nobody mad at you, but
Whether or not you agree with Miranda, Oriana has been with her family for years now.
Her father can still give her a better life.
You don't know what my father wants for her.
I know that I've been poor, Miri. I didn't much care for it.
He wants to take a girl away from the only family she's ever known. Doesn't that tell you what he really is?
not entirely. That's not really a good argument. As much as it's pretty cold to take her away from the only family she's ever known, she was already kind of taken. So like, so you took an infant, and she's basically been there for something like 17, 18 years almost. Definitely the only family she knows, but I mean, as much as you might have precedent, you did play the parental alienation game with a kid that wasn't your kid. I mean, he still lost 18, 19 years. Now, it's not to say you weren't justified in, like, separating him from her. Separating her from him, you know. You actually may be. Once again, we don't have detail. All we have is, I was brought up to be perfect, and I have the genetic enhancements to prove it. But we kind of have those people as a lot of parents anyway nowadays. So it's legitimately hard to say. It is much, but he could just as easily be desperate. And as the years went on, he got more desperate. Not justification, just clarification, I guess would be the best word for that.
If you're working for Miranda's father, that means he knows about Oriana. We need to find a new solution.
Miranda's father has no information about Oriana. I knew you had spy programs in your father's system, Miri, so I kept it private. I'm the only one who knows.
Which means that you're the only loose end. This isn't how I wanted it to end, Niket.
Miranda, wait. You don't want to do this.
This has to end here, Shepard. My father will keep trying to find Oriana.
Maybe Niket can help. Talk to your father. Just say you got here first.
I'll tell him that you hid her. That I don't know where she is.
I never want to see you again, Niket.
Done. Now, if you don't mind, I have a shipment to deliver.
You'll die for that, bitch!
Hey, I'm the only one who can throw things around here. It's not fair. Well, I mean, he kind of showed who he was in the end. He still cared, and it's not to say he wouldn't have, but I mean, there you go. Yeah, there's a lot. This has got to go quick because we're getting attacked from 3 sides.
Hostile combat drone!
Weakening their integrity!
Friendly fire! Easy enough.
I'll put him down!
Okay. Yeah, they do pay y'all to die, don't they?
Got it. Oh.
Really, that little health bar person got to build their defenses back up and y'all let them close to me. Phenomenal Guardians, boy, phenomenal Guardians. Don't know what I'd do without them. I apparently take far too many of you Asari commandos. Oh, whoever that is gone. Right down in that hole. Hee hee. Oh.
I'll kill any runners myself.
Haha. Strong incentive for them to want to help you. Strong incentive.
Have a nice right.
Take it, sorry, commando.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can. Oh, I'm like, what?
Just through my shield.
She's not registered on my screen. I can see her, but not her data. That was weird. Now I can. Miri, get up.
There could be more Eclipse mercs near the shuttle. I want to make sure Oriana and her family get on safely.
Here you are. This locket has a picture of an Asari and a human man. It doesn't look expensive, but likely holds sentimental value. Beautiful. Tragic. Some would say an epic tale. Unfortunately, she'd probably say that's not fair. Hard to say. So, just so we're clear, the thing I was looking for when I was playing for Samara's mission, we just collected, so that has been solved. And there was money in that. Don't remember how much.
I can't believe Niket sold me out. I didn't even see it coming.
Well, I mean, it's not a matter of you being perfect. You can't see everything coming all the time. And at the end of the day, you didn't anticipate him not realizing who your father was, at least not entirely. But you should have given the benefit of the doubt and let him know what was going on at the time. He may still have helped you. And with greater context, more than likely he would have helped you, especially since he was still willing to help you now.
Even with all your upgrades, you're human, just like the rest of us.
But I let it get personal and I screwed up. Why didn't you let me kill him? I could have handled that. But watching him get gunned down by that Asari bitch.
Because he matters. As he's supposed to. He didn't help you for no reason. He helped you because he cared. He helped you because he saw somebody who wandered away from this. He also said he knows what it's like to be hungry or poor. I mean, you can't really blame him for wanting to give her back to her father. Excuse me. Again, this is one of those missions that was always real messed up. You don't really get a lot of detail. All you have to go off of is what she says, and then it's like, okay, one person's torture is just another person's be a grade B, grade A student, and you might get a couple of vacations a year kind of thing. Right. So some people outright say things like, "Oh, well, you make less than 100,000 a year, you're broke." Like, huh? Is what she's saying based on him legitimately being a horrible person, or was he just kind of an annoying helicopter parent with the resources to be a helicopter parent for real?
You still cared for him, even if he betrayed you.
You're right. And my father knew it. He used that against me. It's always been like this. My father gave me anything I ever wanted, but there was always a hook, an angle for his long-term plan. I threw away everything he ever gave me when I ran. Except Niket. Weakness on my part?
It makes perfect sense that he gave you everything with a plan. You said he built you up to be the best thing, the best perfect human. So he would constantly test you. It is unfortunate in this life we have people in our lives that actually endlessly test us. We're supposed to be able to trust them, and in the end, they never quit. They never quit the crap. And no, you weren't supposed to throw away everything. And no time is that healthy. And no time is that human.
You can't toss aside everything you care about just to be safe.
It's okay, Shepard. My father hurt me, but he didn't break me. As much as he tried to turn me into exactly what he wanted, I'm my own person.
And I can respect that, but there's something. There's a quote. One second. Why is it so hard to find? Little hard line, and it's not entirely wrong, but it was Ben Franklin's quote. If memory serves, he might not have been the only one who said it. It says, those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. But that's not the exact one I'm thinking of. It was something about people who give up security, or who give up privacy for security, will never stop giving up privacy for security. The more security you gain, basically, the more advanced your security and protection gets, the less you're willing to care about the privacy you have to give up. The less you're willing to care about what you have to give up, and then you look up and you wonder how it is everything seems to have a great deal of detail on you, your family, your hopes, dreams, your hatreds, your fears, even those night terrors you told no one about. At no time is it a way of healthy thinking. But since we're on the subject,
Any other old friends your father might use against you?
No, I cut ties with everyone else. Anyone I'm close to now works for Cerberus. Or you. My father's powerful, but he won't cross the elusive man.
Okay.
You still have Oriana.
My father didn't give her to me. I rescued her, but yes, you're right. I still have something. Thank you.
I half disagree with you, but I know what you mean.
No sign of Eclipse. It looks like we're clear.
Good.
There she is. She's safe. With her family. Come on, we should go.
That's the other thing. You could tell that bothers her. For understandable reasons. Wished that her father wasn't who he was. Actually cared more. Again, hard to say how he did or didn't. We don't have detail. All we know is that he wanted a super kid. We don't even know why. He may not have been able to have children. He may have been able to, but the person he was going to, she may have left. She may have died. Any number of things. Hard to say.
Don't you even want to say hello?
It's not about what I want, it's about what's right for her. The less she knows about me, the better. She's got a family. A life. I'll just complicate that for her.
You don't think in this instance, knowing that she has a sister that has her back is a little best for her? I don't know. I've just never thought about finding out somebody has your back as not being a good thing. You don't need to tell her details. Just, you care. You're here. She can add a new number to her phone. So can you. And neither one of you has to actually hide the fact that you exist from the other.
She doesn't need any details. But would it really be so bad for her to know she has a sister who loves her?
I guess not.
Go on.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wait here.
And that's what she wants too. Well, some of the outfits they be wearing. Hey, who is this random woman walking up on me crying? What is going on here? Max level 30. Miranda's sister and her family successfully placed it. Location redacted. Mother's new job pays well enough to ensure comfort and ease. We'll keep Oriana under observation for her safety only. Miranda Lawson is too valuable to service, and Oriana's well-being is easiest means of procuring loyalty. Miranda remains loyal to Cerberus and now trusts Shepard. Slam. A biotic body slam that inflicts massive damage. New outfit, SMG upgrade for 60% damage, Metagel increased by 5. So one more. It's talking about all the upgrades we picked up for that. 28,500 crids. 500 EZO. I will take that element 0, thank you.
Disagreement? Can you head it off before they tear out a bulkhead?
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
Yes, Ersky.
Touch me and I will smear the walls with you, bitch!
Enough! Stand down, both of you.
The cheerleader won't admit what Cerberus did to me was wrong.
It wasn't Cerberus. Not really. But clearly you were a mistake.
Screw you! You've got no idea what they put me through. Maybe it's time I showed you.
I say back up. Let her smear the walls with this bitch. Nah. This is the worst kind of cat fight. I have no time for it. My ship can't handle it, and I need both of y'all.
Our mission is too important to let personal feelings get in the way.
Fuck your feelings. I just want her dead.
You both know what we're up against. Save your anger for the collectors.
I can put aside my differences until the mission's over.
Sure, I'll do my part. I'd hate to see her die before I get a chance to fillet her myself.
You two gonna be okay?
It's a good thing you came by when you did. As long as she does her job, we'll be fine. Thanks, Shepard.
Well, if that wasn't some cute tension. Sure, I can set this aside until the mission's over. Sure. I want to be able to flay her alive myself. Look at that, she wants to cook her a meal. Level 30, so we can put 1 point in the pool because you got a point. Yeah. Get that point. Get that pull. Get that upgrade. Get her done.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself, for what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
No problem. Next time you do something like that, though, you really might want to inform the people you have helping you that, you know, they're really helping you in more ways than, you know, one.
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
True on both counts. I mean, I wouldn't normally ask this question, but I'm asking for you folks. Breaking barriers and all that.
You never told me what you talked about.
I introduced myself. Her family was shocked. She adjusted quickly, of course. She's as smart as I am. She plays the violin, loves the adagio movement of Nielsen's Fifth, just like I do. She wants to work in colony development. Told a joke about it. She's really funny. Something we don't share.
Yeah, I saw your little statements about trying to get a better understanding of people. You kind of got a nice bit of work to do, but hey, at least it matters to you.
It's funny, I think of you as all business. Good to see that there's a person under there.
The mission's too important to let personal feelings interfere. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
Man, boy, she got drunk off that concept fast. All I was saying is it's good to see you let your hair down. Be able to de-stress, relax, kick it. And not snap the second somebody sneezes 30 seconds off of protocol. And you're walking through the mess hall. Say, oh, did I give you permission to lose a chunk of your face real quick? So you won't help with losing the other half. Give me a second. Let me hit this restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
No messages for you, Commander.
Okay. No messages, legit. All right. Yeah, well, at least your sister knows she's not by herself. Ah, perfect. That actually gave us more meta gel, but I don't think it filled us up. But it did give us more. So. All right.
No messages for you, Commander.
Well, folks, that's going to be the end of episode 26 of Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X. If any of y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment. Check out some of the other playlists. Share around some of the other playlists. Bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you.